Hello and welcome to TTFL CPT1. It's round 17 and we are at Singapore. Just waiting on a couple more drivers and then we will be getting underway. Only a small grid this week, so back with thought qualifying. Why is that not working? That's better. So whilst we wait for everyone to join the lobby and get going, I will run you through the stand-ins. I mean, Thornicus still massively out in front in first place, 120 points clear of Rapid, so Rapid really got some work to do. I'm going to be hoping Thornicus doesn't pick up points to try and close that gap. Elder in third, only 4 points off of Rapid, so there is a good battle going for second place. Frenzy picking up fourth place, Hobo in fifth. No Hobo tonight as he's being taken out for a birthday treat by the other half. Jake in sixth, Sesvin in seventh, Mrs. Carl in eighth, Scotty in ninth, Panda in 10th, Speedy in 11th, who is back with us this week after a couple of weeks in the US. Speedy. Sing in 12th, Josh in 13th, Binner in 14th, Steeled in 15th, Gramil in 16th, Simseku in 17th, Nico in 18th, Cons in 19th, and 610 in 20th. And in constructors' stand-ins, McLaren out in front, 202 points clear of Alpine in second. Ferrari in the fight for second place, so in third. Aston Martin not far off as well. It's a bit of a drop down to Red Bull in fifth. Haas takes sixth. Mercedes in seventh. Alpha Tauri in eighth. Alfa Romeo in ninth, and Williams bringing up the rear in 10th. And we should be getting going any time now. So everyone being told to ready up, so we will get underway. So whilst they're readying up, I need 22's track maps. Singapore. Go get that up on that screen. That's not Singapore. That's Silverstone. What are you doing to me? That's Netherlands, that's Silverstone. That's Singapore, that's better. Get there eventually. So I'm hoping someone will be in the chat to let me know the weather. Last few times I've raced Singapore, it's been wet. So we will wait and see what the weather decides to do. Got a couple of returning drivers who've jumped back in as reserves at the end of the season, being Freedom and Non-Human. So it'll be good to see what sort of pace those boys have got to bring back to the party. Waiting for the timer to count down. Check that's working. It is. Hopefully it'll get some data soon. Why does everything open on that screen? Go there. And that's the Moyland commentary for Tier 2 you can hear. Not sure why that's playing. Shouldn't be playing on my stream. Oh, it's because I was in that channel. So let's get some data up on screen. Bin that off. Looking forward to 23 coming out with the improved graphics, or the on-screen displays, more in line with the F1 TV and real-world F1. But we're going to have to wait and see how that game actually plays out. The beta test does start this weekend though. A few of us in the league have been given access to the beta, but one of the rules, you're not allowed to talk about it on stream, you're not allowed to record it, you're not allowed to take screenshots, and they've built it so your EA ID bounces around the screen, so if anyone does try and leak a screenshot, they will be found and quite possibly lose their EA account. So who is furthest down the track? Panda just coming over the bridge, making his way through the second DRS zone. So this will be the last time we race this layout, because hopefully next game we'll have the new layout. So this section here won't be in the race this year, because this will be a straight run to the final two corners. Goal of F1 is to make overtaking a bit better for the spectacle, but we wait and see how that actually plays out. As Panda starts his first timed run, as the Ferrari teammate just coming out of the pits, but they won't get in the way. But Rapid could pick up a tidy toe through the start of his lap if Panda plays ball. So 27.3 for Panda through sector 1, making his way round turns 7 and 8 now. Up to the right hander, and then down to, used to be the Singapore sling, but they took the chicane out. It just had a habit of launching people. Across the bridge and to the hairpin. Nicely clips the curb on the apex, gets the DRS open, and then it's flat out up towards turn 14. I missed his sector time there because I was too busy looking at my track map. So through 16 and 17, and then up to the PK corner, PK Junior corner. Through 20 and 21, and now it is a sprint to the line. Keeps the car nicely under control, starts us off with a 38.8. His teammate has backed off, so it wasn't looking for the toe. Next on track, Binners invalidated. Gabriel coming around 17, a little kick of oversteer on the exit, but gets it under control. Still no one in the track with the weather forecast. I don't want to have to try and start my other overlay to see what it is. So if someone could let me know, that would be good. And a great pirouette from out of the final corner. Wetted race. Ooh. Make it interesting. So with that spin, Art goes third with a 43.2. Freedom jumping to the top with a 38.3. And on non-humans invalidated. Thornicus just starting his lap. Has got a little bit of traffic ahead. Hopefully everyone will be keeping an eye in the mirrors. And Thornicus comes onto the first DRS straight. Mercedes keeping to the side. Split sector 1, a 27.0 for Thornicus. Down to turn 8. Traffic just a little bit up the way, needs to be looking in their mirrors. Swiftly as we go through this section. Rapid doing a 37.9 to go top of the board. May get held up here a little. Romeo keeping to the side, allowing Thornicus through. End of sector 2, a 104.4 for Thornicus. Having missed the sector 2 time of Panda earlier, I've no idea if that is actually a hot one. Through the PK corner, under the grandstand. Turn 20 and 21. Final couple of corners. 37.4 for Thornicus as non-human picks up a 5-place grid penalty for illegal blocking. By the looks of it, he'd had a moment and was trying to get the car turned back around. There you go, Frenzy. Invite should be with you now. So as we stand with 10 minutes to go in qualifying, Thornicus is on provisional pole with a 37.4, half a second clear of Rapid second, Freedom in third on a 38.3, Josh in fourth on a 38.3, Panda in fifth 38.8, Frenzy has made it in, Art in sixth on a 43.2. You know he has got more time in him. That was due to that spin out in the final corner. I think he was on for a 38. And Speedy on his first lap, a 48.1. Evening, Josh. How are you, mate? Good to have you back racing again. Speedy going very slow, plenty of fuel. So on a recovery lap before the battery. Cons is on an out lap. Elder goes through with a 38.0, take him up into third place. So good starting time from Elder there. Needs to find just over half a second to challenge Thornicus for that pole. Getting used to your job. Yeah, I mean real life's got to take priority. It's what pays the bills. It's good you're getting used to it, getting in the swing of it. So Binner is that's a retirement in the pits, I think, from Binner. Let's see, is the game going to break? No, that's a terminal damage for Binner, so Binner not able to set a lap and will be starting last. Non-human back out for another attempt at getting a time on. Panda behind non-human. Panda's on an out lap. Top 3 start. Not too shabby though, Elder, so consistency in the race I think is going to be key. It isn't one of the easiest tracks on the calendar, but at the same time it's one when you get it right, it flows really nicely. Why has Speedy left the second? Send him another invite to get him back in. Non-human getting on, still valid lap. 27.0 in sector 1 and 104.4 in sector 2. Quick time from non-human. What can he do through sector 3? It's out 17 up to PK corner. Nicely. It's just the run to the line and then runs wide on the exit, invalidating his lap. Speedy, I've sent you an invite. I will send you another invite. There you go, another invite sent, Speedy. Sent on PlayStation rather than through the game. There you go, you're in. So 38.0 for non-human had he not invalidated, so he's got the pace to get up there in the battle for the top spot. Panda in the pits. Thornicus back out. People need to stop joining in the second. You've just joined in the second. So 15 thousandths down for Thornicus through sector 1. Has Rapid's gone to the top? I missed that with a 36.6. So mega improvement from Rapid. Took, I think, second out of the previous time. Not slightly more. So Thornicus really has his work cut out now. Thornicus needs to find a second. How are we looking at the end of sector 2? There's a 10th up. That's not going to be enough unless he had a really messy sector 3, but it looked tidy when we were on board with him on his first run. Through PK corner under the grandstand. Out of 21. He's bailing. Thought he was with the way he came out of 21. So Thornicus into the pits. Going to be looking for a fresh set of rubber to try and take it to Rapid. Come back to Elder, 4 tenths up through sector 2. So it is going to be an improvement. Crosses the line of 37.3, takes him into second place. Mega improvement from Elder. So is that the track? Just getting faster through the session. Freedom 3 tenths up through sector 2. Looked like a little bit of a contact with the wall on the exit of 21 there. That wasn't 21, that was 16, 17. Deciding to bail on that one. It's going to be tight, but he might make it out in time for another run. 104. No, that was his previous 104.4. This is an outlap for Speedy. We'll stay with Speedy and see what he can do on his second time lap. He's done a 58.1. Breaks into turn 1, clips the apex of 2 and 3 nicely. It's the power down out of 3, 4. That was 4. No, 4's the king. So Freedom retiring in the pits. Deciding enough is enough. Happy with 4th at the moment. 27.1 from Speedy. 400s up on his previous time. Elder also retiring in the pits. So Thornicus is on an outlap just ahead of Speedy. Don't think it's going to cause Speedy any issues. So he makes his way through 11 and 12. Explain the big gain in time on your technically third run. I completely missed Speedy's sector 2 reading the chat. Multitasking, not one of my strong points. It's looking a much better lap from Speedy. Through the final corner, keeps it within limits. A 37.6, taking Speedy up into 4th place. A great time from Speedy. There's 2 tenths off of Thornicus' previous best. As we come back to Thornicus in the battle for pole, through the kink of turn 6. 300s up in sector 1 this time. So Rapid not going for another run, happy on his 36.6. See, can Thornicus snatch pole in the last moments? Through 13, DRS line, DRS open, he'll be absolutely flat out on the run up to 14. 3 tenths up through sector 2. That's enough for 37.1. He'll snap second. Needs to find something special in the final sector. Through PK corner, under the grandstand. I think this is part of why they're changing the layout, because no spectator point on that little section. Just the final corner to go for Thornicus. Does improve to a 36.9, takes 4 tenths out of his previous time, but not enough to snatch pole. So Rapid takes pole this time, and Speedy has dropped out again. Right, actually, let me invite Speedy back in. There we go. Now it's registered that it's disconnected. So Speedy, if you are listening, you need to get in as quick as possible. Thomas is just coming to the pits. He's got maybe 30 seconds. There you go. We're back in before we go to the loading screen. So let's wait for the Aston to be dragged back into the garage. there we have confirmation. Rapid takes pole position, Thornicus in second, Elder in third, Non-Human qualified fourth but will actually start ninth with that 5-place penalty. So Speedy will jump up into fifth, Speedy will jump up into fourth, Josh up into fifth, Panda in sixth, Freedom in seventh, Cons will get eighth, Non-Human will start in ninth, Art will start 10th, Frenzy 11th and Binner in 12th. So with 12 runners, I'm hoping that the battles stay together. So just waiting for everyone to set their race strategies. Wrong, bro. Broken tooth. That's going to be fun. Oh, find the pass. Having stick drift. Just bite the bullet, buy a wheel. No stick drift then. Oh, typical Friday night. Typical yawning. Right, can get some telemetry up. Didn't that off? So, formation lap. Let's look at the tyres. Top 3 going for the hard. Speedy going on the medium. Josh, Panda and Freedom going for the hards. Cons on mediums. And then the last 4 on hards. So Speedy and Cons will be looking to try and make the most of that medium tyre and get through the pack. Obviously you have to pit sooner than the hard tyre. And let's try and gain as many places as possible. And take advantage of the undercut. You don't look to be lagging at the moment, Speedy. I'll try and keep an eye on it through the race. If you want to make my life easier and keep in the battle, so I've got a reason to keep an eye on it, that would be great. Staying fairly close on the formation lap. So who can park it properly? Make our way to the grid. It's a nice view, but it's not going to help me as commentator for the start. I'm going to have to jump to It's lights out and away we go. Thornicus gets a good start. Elder trying to find his way past. Speedy up into third on the way into turn one. Side by side with Elder. Gets the inside into three. Gives him the momentum out to hold on to third. So those mediums working well for Speedy on the start. Thornicus holding position in second. Up into seventh, so good start from Art, trying to find his way past Josh. And Human up into eighth. Panda dropping down as we see Cons round at turn 7, keeps it out of the barrier. So a little bit of work to try and catch up to the pack as we make our way into turns 11 and 12. Front four starting to open a bit of an advantage over Josh in fifth. Freedom pushing a little bit too much. Back end coming round, but he manages to hold on to it. Loses out to Art down the inside into a little bit of will to will contact. Non-human goes through, so Freedom drops down into 8th. Speedy still pushing on the back of Thornicus, not letting go. Elder in the battle as well. They've opened a second and a half back to Josh. Rapid trying to open that gap in front, currently sitting at 7/10. Thornicus too busy looking in the mirrors at Speedy. And focusing on trying to take the fight to Rapid. Art up into 6th. Human up into 7th. Freedom down to 8th. Panda coming under pressure from Binner as they come down the DRS straight. No DRS this time around though. So if Binner wants to make the move, he's going to have to do it on royal pace, and looks up the inside of Panda. It's wheel to wheel down to the next corner where Panda has the inside, so manages to retain 9th place. Frenzy all the time in the background, keeping an eye on this battle in front, ready to pick up any pieces if there is anything happen. Our timing grid is an absolute mess as Freedom dropped down into 11th and no front wing. That was over the bridge. So Freedom will be into the pits, and it's a VSC. Everyone has to run at 40% pace. Josh dropping down as well. Josh has dropped down to 11th. Looks to be carrying any damage, doesn't have telemetry turned on, so can't tell what's gone on. Freedom trying to keep out the way and allow the pass. Hopefully the game's not going to cause problems with illegal overtake. So Freedom peels off into the pit. It's going to be a new wing and a new set of tyres. Rapids actually open the gap a little under the VSC. So Freedom and Panda into the pits. I think that was wing damage for Panda. So we are back under green conditions. DRS is now enabled. Thornicus did manage to close that gap up a little under the VSC, so right on the back of Rapid. Speedy's lost out a little bit during that VSC. No, Thornicus is out. Going across the bridge, that's Thornicus into the wheels, into the wall. So our championship leader is out. That's no points for Cornicus this week. And we've not got the point for pole either. So Rapid really needs to focus now and concentrate on maximising the return for Ferrari here. Speedy not far off, only 6 tenths back, and will get the benefit of DRS. Elder in the battle as well with the DRS. A little DRS train at the front. Art and Non-Human battling it out over 4th place. Josh picks up the fastest lap. Binner and Frenzy battling for 6th place. The gaps start to open up a bit further back. Hart coming under pressure from Non-Human, who goes up the inside down to turn 7. Someone just disconnected, but I didn't see who. No idea. I can't tell from the deltas. It might have been Cornicus dropping out of the race. I say dropping out of the race, dropping out of the lobby. So Speedy and Elder still in this battle for 1st place. Game is... Ooh, it's a 4-letter guess game. Took me out, just put it straight into the wall. It's stupid. Right, what could those 4 stars be? They could be crap, shit, wank. Don't know if it's one of those 4, let me know. 4, one of those 3. Yeah, I'm hoping 23 is a better game without breaking the NDA. I've only done half an hour on it, and that half an hour was very enjoyable. I think I can get away with saying that. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people feeling that way with this current version of the game, but one bad race, not bad across the season. So Speedy dropping back from Rapid a little. Elder going for the challenge round the hairpin. It's a DRS drag race. Speedy getting the better traction on the exit. Elder said he is running full traction in Discord because he's got stick drift, and he wants to just try and survive the race. So I wonder if that came into play with Speedy being able to get on the power smoother. Rapid has a little advantage on the ERS over Speedy. And Elder carrying a bit more ERS than Speedy as well. So Speedy's deploying a bit more. Non-Humans slowly closing into this battle for the front as well. He's managed to break the gap to Hart in 5th. So within probably the next 2 or 3 laps, I think Non-Human's going to be part of this battle for 1st place. Binner behind Cons, Binner with the DRS. I don't think he's going to be close enough to go for a move this time around. Keep an eye on that, as Speedy gets within a couple of tenths as they come towards the bridge again. Elder closing that gap up as well. Elder having great drive through the bridge, just needs to try and get the power down. Speedy back on the power smoother. So Speedy holding on to second place, but he is under pressure from Elder, and Non-Human hasn't wasted any time. He's already within the DRS. This is a 4-car DRS train at the front. It's dropped back a bit from Non-Human, but this battle at the front could bring him back in. He's got a bit of breathing space to Frenzy behind. So back down the start-finish straight with the DRS. Speedy closing within a couple of tenths of Rapid, not close enough to make a move. No, Rapid doesn't share his telemetry data. So Speedy currently sitting on 21%. Elder's rears are almost identical to Speedy's on the opposite tyre strategy. As we've lost Freedom. That's our first safety car. Or first full safety car. Freedom has lost it on the section of track we won't be racing next year. So this is going to put Speedy in a conflict of interest. He's going to save a few laps under the safety car. I think 24 laps is a bit much to try and push the hards for. That will bring him. Bring him out in 7th place if he were to pit, as it stands at the moment. And we have all that work to do to get through Cons, Frenzy, Art. So Rapid into the pits, Speedy into the pits, Rapid going to the early stop. Is he switching to 2-stop? Can't see the mediums getting to the end for Rapid. Mediums for Speedy, so Speedy switching to the 2-stop. They will be happy he's managed to get the jump on Rapid in the pits, with Art, Frenzy and Cons all coming into the pits as well. Speedy will come out in 3rd place on fresh mediums. Rapid will get jumped by his teammate. I think his teammates let him back through. And if I don't do the illegal overtake bug. Doesn't look to be causing any issues, so Rapid holds on to 4th. Panda up into 5th, still yet to stop. No, he did stop once already. Art in 6th, Frenzy in 7th, Josh in 8th, Cons has pitted as well, running in 9th, and Binner currently running in 10th place. So the one advantage of the safety car, it is going to bunch everyone back up. Speedy going to try and go medium, medium, soft. I don't think that would work. Too early in the race for the first stop. Have to keep an eye on Speedy, see what he does strategy wise. come back to the start finish straight under safety car. So when we get going again, there'll be no DRS for the first 2 laps as Cons picks up a penalty for the speeding in the pits and retires in the pits. So now we are down to just 9 drivers. Off a moment. So Binner with a 5-second penalty. Not sure what that was for. Start speeding in the pits. No, race director, incidents. Yeah, well, speeding in the pits for Binner. Speedy and Thoth need invites. Oh, I hate this bloody game at the minute. Right, that's Speedy. Oh, no, I can't do Speedy yet. No, can't do Speedy yet. Oh, come on, game. Oh, well, let me do Speedy. It's fine, Thoth. Right, that's Thoth done. Let's try Speedy again. It won't let me re-invite Speedy. Speedy back in. That's right then. That's why I can't invite him. So invite gone back to Thoth. So hopefully he rejoins before we get going. So Elder now backs the pack up, allowing the safety car to make its way around to the pits. Tyres. So Elder and Non-Human on 8-lap-old hards, Panda on 6-lap-old mediums, everyone else on fresh mediums. And Elder has gone. He's gone early. He's not caught Non-Human out. Speedy's stayed with them as well. Rapids out a little bit as they make their way down towards turn 1. What has Elder got? Can he hold off the fast cars from Speedy and Rapid? Off this front back, those older mediums, only 5 laps different, but they're going to make a difference when it comes to the traction zone as Binner gets past Frenzy, so Frenzy drops down into 9th, Binner up into 8th. Speedy still stuck behind Non-Human. We go over the bridge. Managing to hold the gap at about half a second. Non-Human looking in the mirrors with Speedy and Rapid right behind. Panda has managed to close back up. On to Rapid, and then Rapid's just opened that out, so he's outside the DRS. No DRS this time, but it will be available next lap around. Speedy looks to try and cover the inside into turn 1. So Rapid's trying to find a way past as they through 3 and 4. Breaks into 5. Everything looking tidy for Elder. Still holding that gap at 6/10. Non-human not really able to close with the slipstream. We'll be hoping to stay within the DRS. He's got to be aware of Speedy and Rapid behind as Panda is round on the exit of 9. I need to put the track map somewhere where I can see it. Why has the track map closed on me? There we are. Right, let's move the track map up to there. No, 'cause I can't see it because I'm blind. There we go. We'll put. No, I want you full screen. Zoom in. There we go. Now I can see it. So whilst I was messing around with the track map, Rapid has managed to get past Speedy, so Speedy drops down into 4th. Gosh, under a bit of pressure from Frenzy in 6th. So DRS is enabled this time around. They won't have it on the start-finish straight. They will have it coming out of turn 5. Art picks up a 3-second penalty. Binner into the pits. Binner has retired in the pit. We've got a safety car. And Art's retired in the pit. So we're down to 7 and we've got a safety car. Why have we got a safety car when 2 cars retired in the pits? This still too early to go for the mediums to the end, I think. As Panda's tyres on. So Panda's on 30% at the front after 9 laps. I suppose you could drag mediums for 19. Now you're going to have a couple of laps under safety car. Yeah, they could pit, but it is going to bring them out pretty much at the back of the pack. Wait and see what they decide to do. That's Art leaving the session. Look like Non-Human tried to sell the dummy to Elder, but Elder not falling for it. Elder stays out. Non-Human staying out. Expect to see Panda in at the end of this lap, as he is carrying a bit of wing damage, so we'll want to get some fresh rubber on, get that wing fixed. We won't lose out any positions as we are under safety car, and he is currently the last car running. So a new set of mediums onto Panda's car. So it's a Frenzy and Panda to catch up to the grid. Elder getting very close to the back of that safety car. But Highlander's a good driver, but I won't be surprised if one day he does brake test inside of it. Oh, so you. The safety car, he needs to go faster. Still looking dry. I wonder if that's what Elder and Non-Human are thinking. If there is a possible wet at some point during this race, if they can try and eke out the hards to the right. Now I'm just trying to read what it says on the back. What it says is, I brake suddenly. and unpredictably, and my car is indestructible. I've seen the safety car absolutely nail someone around Singapore. In fact, it was me. I can't remember what we were doing. I think it was during an off season, so in between seasons, just a bit of fun. Random, I think it was random public lobbies, and the safety car came out, and I was in front of the safety car and got nailed and sent into the stands. Crowdfit, it says CrowdStrike, I can see. So just Panda to catch up to the grid, to the pack. Oh, the flashy bit, the number plate says safety car. I don't know who at the DVLA sold them that number plate. They're still reasonably healthy, only just hitting 30s at the front, 35s at the rear. Speedy on those 6-lap-old mediums on 15% all round. Tough doesn't care. Frenzy's on fresh rubber, Panda's on fresh rubber. Pushed a little bit to close that gap, so he's taking a bit more life out of those mediums. Now safety car in this lap, so Elder gets to go for another safety car restart. Can he catch Non-Human out this time? Can Rapid get the jump on Non-Human? Can Speedy find a way through on all of them and take the lead? Not got long to wait to find out. The safety car just makes it through PK corner. Is really doing my head in. I'm going to have to do some surgery in between streams. So out of 21, this is where Elder launched last time, but I think he's going to try and play the dummy and go as late as possible through the final couple of corners. Still weaving and releases in the middle of the final two corners. It's not caught Non-Human out of Rapid defence to the inside from fresh air. Speedy dropping back from Rapid and going wheel to wheel with Shosh. So Speedy's dropped off the pack. Speedy getting caught out on the restart. Non-Human and Rapid all over the back of Elder, going into turn 7. Panda and Frenzy trading places, so Panda making the moves on the restart up into 6th place. Speedy after that initially poor restart, back in the fight. Back within the DRS of Rapid. At the minute, everyone is within the DRS, but we only have 7 drivers. Lost 5 already. Thornicus early on over the bridge. Freedom. Was Freedom over the bridge as well? Freedom may have been over the bridge. No, Freedom was down this section. Cons, Binner and Art all retiring in the pits. So Elder holding on to the lead. Non-human not giving up. Rapid on the charge, trying to find his way past Non-human. Still no DRS in play. Rapid moves out of the slipstream just to put himself in the mirrors of the Mercedes. Contact there between Rapid and Non-human, so that drops Non-human all the way to the back, and Rapid ends up down in 5th after that. Make that 6 as Frenzy gets the drive out of 5 to take 5th place. So what this has done is allow Elder to break the DRS gap, so Speedy with some work to do to try and get in the DRS before the detection point. Has got the slightly fresher mediums, so we'll have a bit better traction out of the corners, and I think he is comfortably in the DRS. But I don't think DRS is actually active this lap. So what that has done is allow them to break away from the pack. Panda up into 3rd on those fresh mediums. So Panda taking full advantage, getting past Josh and Frenzy. Rapid now down behind Non-human. Wonder if he cooked his tyres at a moment. So Rapid running in 7th, Non-human in 6th. DRS is enabled this lap. And Speedy is within the DRS of Elder. They do both need to stop. Speedy needs to stop again. Elder has got to make his mandatory stop. It will stay with Speedy as we get the DRS available. Really closing that time around, and Elder not deploying too much DRS to defend. He's actually closed up more coming through 7 and 8 than he had with the DRS. Over the bridge we go. Speedy keeping well clear of that curb on the inside. DRS on the run down to 14, and he does close up a lot more this time around. Panda on the back as well with the DRS, and Panda looking to try and recover as many points for Ferrari as possible. Now Rapid's dropped down to the back. Rapid not really challenging Non-human at the moment. Human has got to make a stop, and I'd expect to see Rapid in for another stop. He'll be looking at trying to hit 9, 19, so 21 laps on the mediums. I think that is going to be pushing it. Speedy ever closer to the back of Elder as they come. No. Speedy decides have a dose of oversteer on the exit of 5. Actually allows Panda through, and Speedy has just left the session, so let's try and get an invite back to Speedy as quick as possible because his AI is going to plummet. It lets me invite him straight away, so that's one good thing. His AI is coming under pressure from Frenzy and dropping back from Panda and Elder. This gives Elder a little bit of breathing space, although not too much because he has got Panda on those fresh mediums. Panda looking around the outside of 14. That was oh so close. Front wing to rear wheel. Elder managing to hold on. Speedy has managed to rejoin the lobby, but he has lost out to Frenzy. So connection issues again in the lobby, costing drivers places. He had some issues last week as well. Dornicus and Rapid both having connection issues during the race. They had issues on Monday in RPR CP1. Seems the lobby stability has dropped of late since EA have pushed the beta out for beta. So Panda trying to challenge with the DRS, but has absolutely rinsed his ERS down to 16%. Elder with a comfortable 40% advantage on the battery. Frenzy joining in this fight as well. Oh, get that hiccup stuck and out. Speedy back into the battle, so the DRS train now runs from first down to fifth, with Josh bringing up the rear of the DRS train. Non-human and Rapids. Non-human seems to be breaking away from Rapid. He's opening that gap out. So Non-human and Elder definitely got to stop. Panda's got past Elder in fact, so Panda up into the lead of the race. With 11 laps to go, so Panda's medium's on 20%, 7 laps old. Speedy's on 31 on the front, 33, 35 on the rear. 12 laps old, so any time now would expect to see Elder coming into the pits for the medium, unless he is going to try and go deep and go for the softs at the end to have the biggest advantage. Could be waiting for a safety car as well. There's always the possibility of another safety car around Singapore. Pressure from Frenzy and Speedy. They managed to drop Josh. Josh has dropped down to nearly 2 seconds back off of this pack. Josh had a moment there. Some Non-human starting to close up. Again, Non-human still needs to stop as well. Panda's actually broken the DRS now, so Panda pulling away in front. Elder to have a bit of a moment through the PK corner there, but got it held together. Elder staying out in second place. I think we could see a hard to soft coming for Elder. Doesn't appear to be any signs of rain, but who can tell? It's night, so the sky's just black. Frenzy will have DRS to attack Elder this time around. Frenzy a lot healthier on the ERS as well. Elder's having to burn to try and make up for those worn hard tyres. Closed a little bit into Panda on this last lap. Not enough to get the DRS. Frenzy looking up the inside as they head down towards turn 10. Speedy on the back of this battle as well. Frenzy with the healthier tyre over Speedy. 5 laps difference in wear between them. Speedy's got to pit as well, currently only run the medium tyre. So Speedy needs to come into the pits. Josh, I believe, has run both compounds. But he is starting to drop back from this pack quite considerably. Is now 3 seconds down. Panda through. Speedy has left the session again. So try and get him back in as quickly as possible. So that comment in the chat: if you don't invite Speedy, I'll give you 10 gifted subs. That would be nice, but no one really said that. So it's invite back to Speedy. The game is perfect with no flaws. So Frenzy has got the move done on Elder. So Elder now drops down into third. Speedy is back in the lobby, but that disconnection has cost him a bit of time. He's have a bit of work to do to try and close up to Elder, and those tyres are going to be past their best now as well. Can Panda hold on to the end? 9 lap hold, got 9 to go. We're looking at 18 lap mediums. They're going to be hitting 60% by the end of this. Unless we see a late safety car. I think Panda may struggle towards the end to hold on to the tyres, but Elder and Speedy, probably Josh I'd say as well, has got a pit. Going to have some work to do. So Elder stays out, Speedy's staying out. Human slowly starting to close into Josh. Non-Human's also got a pit. Rapid has been into the pits for a new set of rubber. So Rapid on new mediums. Going to be trying to go for the undercut on Non-Human. 1.8 off the back of Panda at the moment, as Rapid gets the fastest lap with a 39.8. We've got 8 laps to go in this round 17 at Singapore. Just want to have a quick look at where we are next week. Oh, Japan next week for the sprint, and that is actually Hobo's birthday and is the day after our host's birthday as well. So a double birthday celebration race next week. Don't expect anyone to be singing happy birthday. Well, don't expect me to. I know Moylan did it for my son when he covered comms, so I might have to get my son to sing happy birthday for comms and Hobo and play that on stream. Frenzy closing the gap to Panda now. Let's get it down to 1.1. Speedy is back onto the back of Elder. Josh is in and onto the inters. Doesn't look like there's any rain. Had he preset that, expecting the rain to come? Could certainly make it interesting if there is rain at the end. Certainly on my view, it doesn't appear to be raining anywhere on track. Staying with this battle for third place between Speedy and Elder. DRS is disabled, so and now there is rain. Has Elder played a binder here? Speedy getting very squirrely on the traction, coming around that corner. Manages to keep it together. They're heading down towards the PK corner, so everyone's going to be coming in. You are not going to be able to get 7 laps out of dry tyres on a wet Singapore. Panda does run deep into the pit entry. Manages to get it back in. Elder riding the curb on the entry as well. Speedy's had a moment. Speedy's been round. Speedy's dropped right off the back of Elder. This works out well for non-human as well. How well is this going to work out for Josh? Whilst everyone's in the pits, he's on the inters. Be up to temperature. Can he get the jump on any of those in front? He was in 5th when he came in. I think he's going to get non-human. A run down to the pit exit. Through turn 1 goes Josh. He has got the place back on non-human. So Josh timing that perfectly onto the inters. Rapid in, having pitted not that long ago, only 3 laps ago for those mediums. To come back in to now fit the inters. That's gonna hurt him unless there is a late safety car. Over half a lap down on the lead pair. Frenzy closer than he's ever been to Panda. No DRS to help this time around. Elder's been gifted a nice gap between himself and Speedy. Has got 5 seconds to try and find to Frenzy and Panda in front. Keep an eye on that gap, see what he can do with it, because Josh now on the back of Speedy. So Josh gaining on Speedy. We come through 16 and 17 up to PK corner. Non-human in this battle for 4th place, so a few battles going on even though we are down to 7. Frenzy within half a second of Panda. Elder's closed that gap. He's taken a second out of this lead pair in the last lap. Five laps to go and 4 seconds to first place for Elder to find. He can keep gaining on this front pair at the rate he has done that previous lap. It is going to be a battle for the win at the end. Something tells me Speedy might need another invite, although he should be able to reuse the same invite I sent him. We will double check. No, it's not letting me invite him to this game, so he must be in it. Just struggling on the traction, maybe. He's showing wing damage actually, so that may be the cause of it. A bit of end plate damage for the front left of Speedy. It doesn't show it on the stream. So Elder's got that gap down to 3 seconds as we go through the PK corner. It's not going to be long until Elder is challenging for that win now. Frenzy still on the back of Panda. Panda has been able to, save a bit of ERS. He's got plenty to defend from Frenzy with. Speedy picks up a 3-second penalty. That's not going to help him come the end of the race. He's currently got 2 cars behind him within that 3-second gap. Josh in 6th and Non-Human in 5th. Non-Human looks to be struggling a little in the wet conditions. Back end seems to be getting rather twitchy as he gets on the power. Speedy seems to have got into his groove on the wets. He's opened that gap to Non-Human to 1.7 seconds. Elder within 2 seconds of Frenzy. He's going to be in this battle for the final lap, I think. We wait and see as we've lost. Gosh, no, that has brought out a safety car. I was just about to say I think that's too late for a safety car, but with 4 laps to go, we're going to have probably 2 laps under safety car. And then a sprint at the end. So this helps Rapid. It's going to be able to close up on the pack. Ending how quickly he can actually close up, because he'll be stuck under Delta at the moment. Josh's car has been cleared, and I have seen this game do a very short safety car at the end of a race. It's possible we could see the safety car in at the end of this lap, even without the pack being completely on the back. Timing's horrendous for Elder. He's got that nice gap behind and could just focus on the battle at the front. Literally say that, and Elder runs deep into turn 8 and picks up wing damage. Pitts now is coming out in 5th. I was just about to say that as well. Elder is bound to come in now this lap. In fact, I think it's got to. I think it has to give 2 laps of racing at the end. So this is going to be going on to lap 29, so it'll leave us 2 laps. So we'll wait and see. Who knows with EA? Maybe they've added in the Red Bull safety car rules. Not that there's a Red Bull running tonight. No, they probably have then. It's either going to be a really late call or it is going round again. Going to make a nightmare of a decision for Elder. Do you pit now, get the wing, get the fresh inters, come out in 5th, and a slight tyre, a couple of laps tyre advantage over the other, and he has opted to come in and get that wing replaced. Please don't let the game screw him and put him onto the wrong tyres. And there's a Ferrari mechanics are out in the pits. There's lots of mechanics out in the pit. The Williams mechanics are out in the pits, and the Renter Williams running. So Elder... Oh, I sneezed. Do you know, I was actually told something the other day. Apparently, they're trying to bring in £1,000 fine if you sneeze whilst driving your car. Apparently. I've only been told that. I've not seen the article that my friend saw. But I did say that means the entire of spring and the summer I'll be phoning my gaffer and saying, sorry, I can't come in, it's hay fever season, I can't afford £1,000 fine if I sneeze whilst driving to work. Oh, bless you. That's very kind of you. Every week you're in the chat and I don't actually know what your name is. I don't just want to call you all day, 'cause that don't sound right. So let me know your name if you don't mind, so I at least know what to call you. So safety car in this lap. Elder is on the back of the Pat Rapids. Will be on the back of this as well when we get to the restart. So Elder with the tyre advantage. Okay, I'll call you T from now on. I know you're Elder's cheerleader, you're his biggest fan. It is great to have you in the chat every week and watching the stream. Good comeback. Is so cool. Yeah, you were doing really well, Josh. That was unlucky, but then this track is horrendous in the wet. But we are back racing again. Panda takes the restart. Doesn't catch anyone out. Non-human looking squirrely out of the final corner. But manages to keep it composed. Actually gets the move done on Speedy. Speedy dropping down to 5th, so Elder up the outside of Speedy. Speedy now actually drops down into 6th place. Rapid making his way past. Thank you, T. I do try my best. It helps having good racing going on. Actually keep me having something to say, because I completely trip over my own words. So non-human, after having that twitch on the restart, is actually up into 2nd and challenging Panda down towards turn 10. Panda managing to cover it off. Elder's up into 3rd, so he's cleared Frenzy. He's now got non-human and Panda. Try and find a way past. He'll have the better traction, but I know he's on full traction with that stick drift. It's going to hurt him out the corners a little. Frenzy coming under a bit of pressure from Rapid. Speedy dropping off the back. I get a feeling he may have disconnected. I will try once, but I want to get back as quick as possible to these battles. Yeah, it's not letting me invite him. Maybe he's struggling with cold tyres. So back to this battle at the front. Panda managing to hold on to the lead. No penalties in play in the top 4. As again around the final corner, non-human getting a big twitch. Still gets it together as they head down towards turn 1. Elder can't take advantage of the poor exit from non-human. You're going to have to try something to force the move, as it's allowed Panda to build a bit of a gap in front. So Panda looking at the minute like he's got the wing tied up. I'm hoping that's not the commentator's curse. Panda is our Tier 2 champion from last season. Has had some really good races, had some really unfortunate incidents as well that have taken him out of a few races. But holding on strong. Elder losing ground to Non-Human there, giving Frenzy a chance to try and have a look but not make it through. Frenzy under pressure from Rapid. Speedy's lost a wing possibly, or lost part of a wing according to the on-screen telemetry. Non-Human has closed up on Panda, but Panda looking to be really under control. He's got that car nailed into the road. I think Elder, oh, a moment for Non-Human there. Elder coming around the corner, I think clipped the back of the slightly sliding Non-Human. Not really anything Elder could do there. He came around the corner to a car almost sideways in front of him. So that drops Non-Human down into 5th on his return. But Panda takes the win. Big congratulations to Panda. Elder picks up 2nd. And it goes off screen. And I know I saw a Mercedes spinning in the background. That would have been Non-Human. But I don't know if he'd got across the line before he got the spin. Panda picks up the game's driver of the day. I've got to say, I'm inclined to give it. Had the early pit stop, made the most of it. Went for a second stint on the mediums. Timed it perfectly with the safety cars. Came in, got the inters on, and had a very composed drive to the end. So Panda takes the win and driver of the day. Elder picks up 2nd. A great recovery after having to pit under that late safety car due to a sneeze. Frenzy takes the final podium position and 3rd. Non-Human does get 4th. I think that spin out of the final corner was before the line, but Rapid with that 3-second penalty stays in 5th place, or drops back down to 5th place with the penalty applied. Speedy takes 6th, and he is the final classified driver. Josh, Art, Binner, Cons, Freedom and Thornicus are non-finishers this time around. I'm sure Non-Human won't take that contact the wrong way. As you say, you had nowhere to go, Elder. You came through the PK corner and he was half sideways across the track in the middle of losing the back end. But considering Singapore can be a hell of a boring race, I know the safety cars were timed nicely to keep everyone coming back together, but that was a great race to be a part of and commentate on. Just before I end the stream, I'll run you through the stream schedule. So I'll be back in about an hour at 10:30 for Rapid Pixel Racing's GP2. They are at Monaco tonight. So anyone who raced last week for TTFL will be doing Monaco again. Then on Saturday at 9 o'clock, Nevo Gaming on Twitch will be... No, he won't. We've not got comms for it tonight, this weekend. But Saturday, I know Moyland will be taking part and will be streaming the F2 Saturday League, and they are also at Monaco. I am a driver in that league, but I won't be here this week because I've got a poker game to go to, so I'll be missing that one. And I'll be honest, I am a little gutted because I like the F2, and I don't mind Monaco. It's a pig of a track, but if you get it hooked up, it's a nice track to drive at the same time. Then Monday, Hobo will be back with the com stream for Rapid Pixel Racing GP1 at Spa. I'll have my driver POV stream, so I mean, the way this season's gone for GP1, I'll probably be out lap 4 again. Moyland will have his driver POV stream up as well. Maybe this week he'll remember to turn his mic on. And then Tuesday and Wednesday from 7:30, Hobo will have the DXT Premier League or FIFA Chairman League games playing out. So I'm going to end my stream there. Thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you Elder. Thank you T. Thank you Josh. Thank you Speedy, even though you were mainly just asking for invites. Who else did we have in the chat? Thank you Shaunicus as well. Lucky Shaunicus, but I don't think that's really going to hurt your Drivers' Championship standings. But I'm going to take a break for about 50 minutes, and then I'll be back with RPR GP2. Thank you everyone for watching. If you haven't already done so, please hit that follow button. And if you do have Amazon Prime and haven't done so already, sign up to Prime Gaming. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything, and it gives you 1 free Twitch sub a month. So I'd be honoured if anyone decided to use that sub on my channel, but feel free to sign up and use that sub on any Twitch streamer's channel you like. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next week.